Hey Nash, what should we make?
Our good friend Kimberly requested a trio of hangover dishes, so let's make that.
All right, let's make a hangover trio. So our good friend Kimberly wanted us to make a trio of hangover dishes. So today, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a hangover hash, some chilaquiles, and some ramen, or some hangover ramen. Now, if you're hungover, the last thing you wanna do is a long or tedious recipe or anything that requires a lot of work, because that's probably not what you're gonna do. So we're gonna do the quickest, dirtiest, easiest version of the three and make them so they're still delicious but require as little work as possible. So they're realistic in case you're hungover. So hey, without further ado, let's go. For our hangover hash, we start with a pan on medium heat. We throw in some cubed potatoes. Well, you might as well just use them all. And these are the ones from the freezer section. They're already cubed, they're frozen. They got some peppers and some onions. Because again, you could cut your own potatoes, but like I said, if you're hungover, try to make this realistic, so you probably want to do as little work as possible. So this is easy. Out of the freezer, into the pan on medium heat. And then we're just gonna cook these up and let them go until they get cooked and nice and crispy. Once your potatoes are cooked and a little bit crispy, we just go ahead and add some salt and pepper, clear out some space in the middle. Then we throw in some chorizo, break that up as best you can. Just kind of get that mixed in with your potatoes. We let that cook until your chorizo's all cooked through. Once your chorizo's all cooked, go ahead and add salsa. Want enough to cover the whole thing. And we want to let that salsa heat up nicely. And then we want to make some little wells. And then we crack our eggs in there. And we turn the heat down, cover this up, and let the eggs cook. And once your whites are set, then we go ahead and turn it off and let it cool. Oh, I kind of f***ed that up. We got our little hangover hash. I messed up and I overcooked the eggs in the poach. So I just made myself a nice little sunny side up egg with a nice runny yolk. So my bad, but you know, I don't stage anything. I just cook things, and if I mess up, I mess up. So we're gonna throw a little bit of avocado on this guy, a little bit of queso fresco cheese. That's kind of a big piece. And you wanna serve this with toast or some tortillas. Just, can I get that in there? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Clean up our mess, kind of, sort of. We're just gonna make another one, but anyways. And there we have our hangover hash. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little bit of cilantro. And there we have our hangover hash. And for our hangover chilaquiles. Chilaquiles, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. My apologies. But basically, it's kind of like a fancy sauteed chips and salsa, basically, with a bunch of toppings, and then you make it delicious. You usually throw a fried egg on top or whatever. Anyways, so first we make our salsa thing. Actually, we don't need that yet. So we start with some tomatoes. I'm just gonna cut the tops off of these guys and just throw them all in here. Then we're gonna throw in half a diced onion, 2 diced, well, not diced, like rough chopped. Yeah, that's gonna work. Just mash it all down. Sure, why not? Some minced garlic. You could literally just throw in, we're gonna blend this. So you could literally just throw in 2 or 3 cloves whole, a little bit of salt and pepper. We can always add more later when we taste it. And 1.25 cups of chicken broth. Put our little blender lid on this guy. I don't know why I'm suddenly reverting to a southern accent of some sort, but oh well. We'll just make work. We'll just make it work, right? Sorry. And we'll just put our guy right here, and then we will hit blend. And once we got something nice and smooth, this is way thinner than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. We're gonna go reduce it in a pan. And how watery this is really gonna depend on what tomatoes you used. Yeah, but like I said, we'll just reduce it. So to a pan on medium heat, dump all your salsa. Looks like a really gross smoothie, but pay no attention to the color. We're gonna cook this down, stir it around, don't let it even burn, but we're just gonna cook this until it reduces. Probably about 5 to 10 minutes. Once your salsa is all nice and thickened up, you can turn the heat down a little bit, and you can make it as thick or as thin as you like. It doesn't really matter. And then At this point, you could fry up some corn tortillas and make your own chips, but if you're hungover, who's got time for that? So I just have some yellow corn tortilla chips. Just gonna sort of add them in. And then you just sort of want to stir these in sort of gently. You don't want to break them all. Just make a mess. You know, I mean, that's how we do things. And then we'll add some more chips. Just add a bunch of chips. Why not? Just sort of fold these guys in there. You want to taste it, and if you think it needs it, add a little bit more salt, pepper, whatever you want. Just throw it in there. I'm gonna take a little spoon here. Just sort of spoon these guys. Don't use metal on your cast iron pans. Yeah, I know. But it's my cast iron pan, so do what I want. And then you just want to sort of fold these guys in, get everything coated in the salsa as best you can, and then cook them until the chips are warmed through. You don't want your chips completely soggy. You want kind of something in the middle. There we go. And then once, probably about 2 or 3 minutes really is all you need. And then we go ahead and kill the heat. Oh yeah, that's good. And then we're just gonna take some of these and spoon them into a bowl or whatever. Probably a bowl. You probably don't want to use a plate for this one. Get it all in there, make it look pretty. Actually, if you're hungover and you're doing this, you don't give a crap about making it look pretty. So just do it. Just dump it into the bowl or eat it right out of the pan, you know? Whatever makes you happy. You do you, boo. So that's what we got. Set that aside, and we clean up our mess. Clean as you go, folks. And in a greased pan, I don't know why I greased it with oil first, but whatever, we'll mix oil and butter. Just let that butter melt. We're about to fry some eggs. Once that's good and melted, then we crack an egg or two. Good thing I did two, because one of them sucks. Oh well. I know this isn't pretty, but it's a hangover meal, so it doesn't need to be pretty. That's why we're doing this. I'm not currently hungover, but I'm in that mindset to make this meal, so it would be good for a hangover. And you can do these sunny side up or whatever. I'm gonna do over easy, so I'm just gonna, once this white's pretty much set, so right about now, I'm just gonna give this guy a flip, and then I'm gonna kill the heat, and then we're gonna take our little bowl here. Oh, need a cameraman. Put that on top, and here's our chilaquiles, our hangover chilaquiles. I was gonna do some little extra chips, but all the chips I have left are broken. So we get broken chips. But hey, if you're making this because you're hungover, like who cares? Let's be honest. So we got some little broken chips in there. Throw some avocado on that. Let's do like off to the side maybe. No, we'll throw it right on top. Maybe we'll go up front, maybe like that. And we could do like, oh, that fits perfectly. All right, so we'll do that. Then a little bit of queso fresco cheese on this guy too, because why not? If you had like cotija cheese or any crumbly cheese or just whatever. You're hungover, shredded cheese, who cares? Don't forget to pay the cheese tax. We'll just give this guy a little drizzle of crema, some cilantro. That might be too much cilantro, but who cares? A little bit of lime juice, just to brighten it up. And boom, there's our chilaquiles, our hangover chilaquiles. And lastly, for our ramen, look, we can make ramen from scratch, and we probably will do that at some point, but this is hangover food, so ain't nobody got time for all that. So we're gonna use this guy, and we're gonna dress up some instant ramen and make it delicious. So get out a bowl, the bowl you're gonna eat it out of. To our bowl, we add some mayo, some hot sauce, some garlic, and an egg yolk. Then we mix all this together. Perfect. Set that aside. We want to boil some ramen eggs. So for that perfect, nice, jammy yolk, we just want to boil them or steam them for 6.5 minutes. Probably don't need to really explain the next couple of steps, but bring 2 cups of water to a boil, add in your seasoning or whatever packets, whatever brand you choose to have. This one has a soup base, a seasoning, and then I don't know, some dried mushrooms or some shit. These guys, look at that. Oh yeah, put all that in there. Mix all that around. Then we put our little disc of dried ramen in there, submerge it, and then we cook this for 4.5 minutes. Once your time's up, kill the heat, and then we pour this into our bowl gently to make sure nothing spills. Get everything out of there. Stir this around a little bit. Incorporate everything we just did here. Our beautiful little ramen masterpiece. But wait, we're not done. We're just getting started. Make a mess, make a big mess. Okay. Clean that up a little bit. And then to finish off our ramen, we bring out our chashu we made in our last video. I'll go ahead and link that in case you want to make it. It's fun. We used a blowtorch. So just kind of nestle these guys up here. 2 is probably fine. We take our jammy boiled egg. This one looks brown because if you have the forethought, then throw it in a mixture of like some soy sauce, mirin, sake, ginger, garlic, and maybe a little bit of sugar. Throw that into like a container and you can marinate that overnight, and then you get like a marinated egg. And then we just cut this guy, and then look at that, oh, look at that jammy yolk. We'll just put this guy in there, just do that. Then we just put like a handful of some onions, some green onions here. And there we have our Hangover Ramen, ta-da! And there we have our Hangover Trio. And it's time for a bite. So I guess we'll go in order. We'll start with the breakfast hash, the Hangover Hash. Break that yolk, get a little bit of everything here. Cheers. It's freaking phenomenal. It's savory. It's got that starch, the fat, the salt. I mean, that's what you really want if you're hungover and you're not feeling great. This is freaking delicious, and it was super easy to make. I mean, all these are really easy to make. That's amazing. That is if I had a hangover, I definitely want this. Out of 10. Chilaquiles. Moving on. It's like chips and salsa that you eat with a fork. Cheers. So good. And the way that you kind of coated those chips, you get a variety of textures. Some are a little bit more soggy. Some of them are a little bit more crispy. So you kind of get that texture differential. The jalapenos give it some nice spice. It's got a nice depth of flavor and super easy. And then you got the cheese and the crema and the avocado on top, and boom, you're all set. You're feeling better already. Lastly, go with the ramen. This one's got a lot of components, so I'll just taste the ramen first. Cheers. Adding the mayo and the hot sauce and the egg yolk and the garlic to the bowl before we mix it in with the ramen definitely kicks it up a notch. Gives you a little bit more spice, a little bit more of that sort of fatty richness. So perfect for a hangover. And then, I mean, the pork, we already know the pork's gonna be delicious, but we'll just go ahead and try some of that. I mean, if you watch the chashu video, it just literally melts in your mouth. It's freaking delicious. And we'll go ahead and try this egg. Cheers. It's got that perfectly jammy yolk and that marinated. Oh man, if you think ahead, boil a bunch of eggs before you're hungover and 6.5 minutes so they get nice jammy yolk, and then lick your fingers. No, and then just make a mixture. It doesn't have to, you don't even have to measure. Soy sauce, mirin, sake, ginger, garlic, a little bit of sugar if you want sweet. And then just throw those in that container and throw them in the fridge. They're good for a few days at least. And then whenever you're ready to cook your ramen, you're good to go. They're all good. They all have the fatty, the starchy, and the salty components, which I think is what you really want if you're hungover. So all of these, I hope you're happy, Kimberly, because these are for you. If I had a hangover, I would definitely want 1 or all 3 of these out of 10. And that's what I think. But hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I've been psyching myself out to get into a hangover mindset so I can accurately judge these dishes.
Well, check it out. We got this Hangover Trio that we made for Kimberly. So we made dog-friendly versions of all 3. So here you go. Here's the Hangover Hash.
That's savory, satiating, and delicious.
And here's the Chilaquiles.
It's chips and salsa with a twist and a kick.
And here's some of our ramen.
That's rich, hearty, and delicious.
What do you think?
They're all good and have the richness, the starch, and the saltiness to replenish electrolytes and soothe the hangover. I think the ramen is my favorite with that jammy egg and melt-in-your-mouth pork, but the hash with the chorizo is a close second.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Be the best of whatever you are.
Nash approves, I approve. Look, Kimberly, I hope that's what you were looking for. Hey, thank you so much all for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to subscribe, like, share, and comment, that would help us out. Hit that bell for notifications. If there's anything you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments, or head over to our website, timschaoskitchen.com, send us a message there. And hey, just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, be good and peace.